Morning, everybody. How do you trust the flow when everything feels uncertain? Miss
Good
June,
morning.
how are you?
I'm amazing.
What's up?
So that's the hardest part of faith. Trusting when the plan isn't clear, right? Just the feeling is. How do you deal with it when there's nothing to trust in and you need to move forward?
I
What's
like
your
it.
faith?
I like it. It's an amazing question. How do you trust when everything is uncertain?
Yes.
Very easy. Look up and say, "Hey."
Oh, very easy.
Very easy.
Mm.
I'm here. I'm here with you. Help me and guide me. That's the way how you trust.
And don't you think the trust gets tested the most
Of
when
course.
life doesn't look like what you prayed for?
Yeah, that's what you mean. You ask a kid, I wanted to have this bike, I got this bike. I wanted to have this car, I got this car. People create this little bit overcomplicated as always anything in life, overthinking. But the and belief is very simple. Just believe in higher power and go through it. Now, if you ask me, how do you execute and how do you walk when there is different questions come along the way? Um, you have to have a plan. You have to write down your plan. You have to know what your goals are. You have to know what your WIG is, widely important goals, what your smaller goals are, and then just go walk it. But trust the process.
Trust the process. I hear that often.
hmm Trust the
Trust the
process.
process.
Be the process.
How do you make yourself to trust the process?
You don't make yourself. If you don't trust the process, don't do it.
Well, then what to do?
Then nothing. Don't do nothing. If you're talking about employment, go work somewhere else and figure out what you're doing and what do you like to do. But if you're talking about life, sit down. Kids ask. I know if you have kids, you ask your kids, who would you like to be when you grow up? Kids, little one answer will be different than a 10-year-old answer, and 10-year-old will be different than 20-year-old answer. But that's a process, evolution, evolving, learning. In 10 years, it might be a different tradition. What did you want to be? Most parents, what do they say? Oh, you need to be a lawyer or you need to be a
Right.
doctor because it has great potential in money.
Right.
That has nothing to do with what would you like to do or what do you love doing as a kid, as an individual. And that's where there is a process disconnection and a belief disconnection because you're walking somebody else's path.
Would you agree with something, with the saying that sometimes God removes your sense of control so you can develop a sense of trust?
You could say that, but I don't think God removes sense of control. You have to remove it.
Well, the feeling of that you can't control anything when something doesn't go your way. You feel like
mo-
you're not in control over it.
Most of the people will force things through, and then it's not going to go the way it's supposed to go anyway. So you cannot force
Well,
things
the
through.
people will ask, what do I just sit and wait?
No, no.
Then what?
You don't sit and wait. Write your goals down. Start walking your path. Along the path, you're going to see some detours. Keep driving on the detours. And all of that was higher power belief. If you believe in God, then believe in God. God will guide you. If you believe in, quantum physics, believe in quantum physics. But you have to believe in higher power. Higher power, that's what walks you through the path.
So do you try to take control? So for example, when nothing feels certain, right? You're walking the path, there's no certainty, you don't see the future. Do you pray, pause, surrender, or do you try to take control?
All of the above.
Do you take control?
Pray, pause, surrender, and let it
So you
be.
don't take control. You just let
How
it
are you
go?
going to take control? How are you going to take control?
Well,
Tell
you
me.
can say, that's it.
That's what.
From now on,
Mhm.
I am doing this and I'm not stepping off.
So you're being part of the process that you're being guided.
So either way, it's part of
How are you taking control? You're being told not to do this, and you're not doing this. You know, it's human beings are primitive minds, unfortunately. And we try to explain when somebody said, when a manager comes and says, "Don't do it," and you're like, "How do you know? Let me do it." And you try to force it. That was higher power speaking to you through a manager. Don't do it. Experience, different ways of approaching. Your message will come through to you from somewhere you didn't expect. But if you're gonna disregard that message, okay, say that you didn't take control. Say that you did take control. What is control? Control is the wrong word to say. You have to have a plan. You have to walk the plan. You have to be able to be flexible to maneuver through storms. There is storms in our nature. There is storms in your life. There's storms in your business. There's storms in anything. You have to be able to withstand the storm. You have to be able to prepare for the storm.
Stability doesn't grow faith. Storms do.
Stability doesn't grow. Stability is, there's no stability. That we coming back to the same topics
There's no
over and over and over. What is stability?
In a human's mind, in a person's mind, stability, in my mind specifically, stability is when everything is going the path that I planned.
You don't plan anything. You just set
In
the
my
goal.
mind, the person has that feeling that, oh, I wanted it, that's what's happening.
And that's why they go and they talk to a psychologist, and they're being prescribed all the different pills, because that's the way they thought it was going to go, right? That's the way it's supposed to go. And if that would change, sorry, I had to move this. If that would change, and if you would change your mind a little bit, and if you would say, I am going to walk the path, rain, storm, cold, snow, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do it. Now, that is all divine intervention letting you through the path. How you walk it, it's up to you. But if you believe you've done the job by yourself, great. That's your belief, amazing. You're right. But I guarantee you, people who have walked the path and got to the end when there was no light at the end, they'll tell you a different story. But you know, you can think. It's your decision. Nobody's telling you to do anything, except if you have a plan, start walking. If you hit a detour, keep going through the detour. Believing in the higher power and believing into your guidance through higher power, it's your choice. You can resist it, you can believe it, it's up to you. I'm not gonna tell you what to
So
do.
you should surrender and move anyway, without any fear. Like, there shouldn't be any fear.
Fear,
That's what most people have.
Fear is fake. Fear is right here. Fear is in your head. Fear
But
is
it's already theirs.
Oh, that's societal pressure. That's government. That's everything around you. That's your spouse. That's your neighbor. That's everything is fear, because everybody's different. Remember that. Surrender and keep going is not going to hurt you if you understand that there is something in this universe that you cannot figure out by yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. If you don't believe in higher power, just know that there's something out there that has the answers, and all you have to do is just work at it. Work harder, work smarter, believe in a higher power, surrender to the universal laws, and you will be able to get the answers. No. Let me paraphrase it. You are the answer. Just listen to the hints coming from all around. Have a phenomenally amazing day, everybody.
Goodbye.